Heyo, and welcome to Omnibros Live. I am OmniDog with Comics Guide. What up, dude?
Hey, happy Jesus, is it Wednesday? Oh my God, I can't even tell anymore. All this shit just blends. It all blends.
Happy Hump Day is what they call it, I think.
Oh my God, once you have a kid, everything just blends in.
That's how I used to tell what was going on. It was like Monday she's here, Tuesday she's there, Wednesday this, that. And then in my memories, I'm like, okay, wait, it wasn't by what year, it was what grade she was in. It was third grade that we redid the kitchen, and in fifth grade, it's when we went to Disney World. So that's how I kept time, was with my daughter. So I imagine that's what you're doing too.
And then weekly, it's just like, I would imagine it gets to like, okay, Tuesday she's got ballet, or Friday she's got soccer. And then you just go based off of that. Okay, it's not that day today. Got it.
Right, exactly. Hump Day, says William Lee. Right on. There's Max. What up, dude? The man with the plan to find our files, James Abel.
Love that guy.
What up, Jesse? Say what? Opinions on modern comics is going to be a spicy topic. Is today International Women's Day?
It is. Woo. It is very much International Women's Day.
Right on. My wife just had 2 women over for a new tradition in the Bragg house where I stay downstairs and she whoops it up with the women upstairs. I took the time to build a Billy extension and a new Kallax shelf in the small room, and now I am done with building shelves. Peace and love, peace and love. I am done building shelves.
Nice, man. Nice.
What I'm not done doing, though, segue, is freaking, how does he do this? Is wait. Omnibroslive, Raw Shark, fries, thumbs down.
Oh, Hayden! Oh my God, I can't. I can't wait to see Scream 6.
InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions at amazing prices. I saw somebody in the Omnibus Collectors group today got the 7 to Eternity Gigantua book for like $24 or something. Maybe even it was less than that. IST just had a banger sale. So you get your books way cheap. You can don't forget to add your 2% to that at of loyalty discount. And every Monday at the end of the month, the last Monday at the end of the month, get out of here. Okay. The last Monday of every month, we give away a free IST gift card worth $50 to a lucky viewer out there with $50 worth of credit at InStockTrades.com. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping, which is amazing in the United States. Sorry, peace and love. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Wow, they're awesome.
They are amazing.
Oh, today is the Unstoppable Bar's birthday. Happy birthday to the Unstoppable Bar. I don't know what time it is in Israel. Good evening, Marvel Bab. Sazmo's here.
Wow, they're in Israel?
Unstoppable Bar is, but I don't see, I only see her usually on my Saturday shows, so I don't know where she is right now.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
What's good? There's Natural Bridge. Okay, Scream 6. Here's Gabriel. How you doing, buddy? Somebody just buy something from me? Okay, I have to go to my storage unit because I can't find a book here. And I forgot to delist it on eBay, and some guy just bought it, and I'm like,
oh, that's not good.
No, so I texted him, and he's fine. I just have to go to the storage unit and find it, and it'll be fine. Oxmeat Pete, it's been a while. What up? Gabriel, with his IST gift card, courtesy of Lars, who is right here, who gave it to Gabriel nicely. bought Usagi Yojimbo Saga Trade Volume 1 and TMNT Last Ronin hardcover with IST gift card. Right on, Gabriel. And here's Larry's library. What up, Larry? I should check to see what's winning on the book club. I believe Scurry was winning last time I checked, Larry. So as I say this, I know James is going to the poll, and we'll put it right in the chat. And we'll find out what is going to be the next book for book club, the last Sunday of the month of this month, which is March. Yes, March 26th. So thank you for letting me pimp my show. Oh, Natural Bridge helping me build my legend. Cars look both ways when Omni Dog crosses the road. That's a good one. Thank you, buddy. Here it is. Omni Dog's Vault March Book Club. Thank you, James. Does somebody want to copy and paste that link and find out what the book is? I think it's going to be Scurry. Oh, Rick Ray. What up, dude? Scurry was a fun read for sure. These guys are talking to each other. Scurry is winner right now with 55% of the vote. Okay? I'm calling it right now. Peace and love, peace and love. Scurry is the winner. So thank you, James. Larry's my co-host for that. So Larry, get reading. I think you've already read Scurry. Have you ever read Scurry, Lou?
I've never heard of it.
Wow. What?
I've never heard of it. It's not, 11 o'clock comics hasn't told me about it.
Oh, you jerk. It's by a guy named Max Smith, and it's a book that Kristen hipped me to, Omnicat.
Okay.
Kristen and I got the 3 hardcovers, but it's now available as a complete trade on IST for hardly any money. And it's an amazing story of post-apocalyptic world where the little forest creatures and mice and stuff are sentient, and mice are trying to they have various allies, cats, their enemy, and birds are sentient, and the mice are trying to build a colony but they're running out of food, and they're trying to send out scouts to find new food, and there's no blood or anything. Fortunately, there's like off page stuff that happens. But it's a really sweet tale of it's just, and he draws beautifully, just beautifully.
Yeah, I'm looking at the art right now. This is really good stuff.
Yeah, Scurry is so fun. I guarantee you will like it. I don't know anybody who could possibly not like Scurry.
This looks really good, Jeff.
Yeah, he's super talented.
I'll have to check this out.
Yeah, and I think I bet your daughter would like it.
Yeah.
Your wife might even like it, but I guarantee your daughter's going to like it.
I'm adding this to the cart. Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah, it is really, really good. Good. I'm glad I could help you. So we'll see you in the book club then on March 26th once you've read it. Right, Lou?
Yes. I thought you were talking, dude. I'm so exhausted. I apologize because I had a rough night with the newborn.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah, I mean it happens. It was just a kind of a rough night. She so that's the thing. We've gotten really good with her, and she's pretty tight on the schedule. But every once in a while, she's not a robot. She's gonna wake up. She's gonna have a rough night.
Right. Yeah.
And last night was just a horrible night, honestly.
How many months is she?
She's about to hit 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I remember.
The teething is going to start soon.
Oh.
Yeah. So once that starts.
You know what you need to get? And
Whiskey?
there's a run on it for some reason. You need to get children's Advil.
Really?
Yeah, and just like a teeny little bit of it, you can rub it on her gums or give her like half a teaspoon. that when Kelly was that age, you had to get it by prescription. And so I got a prescription for it.
Yeah.
But it helps them feel so much better. Just like a quarter teaspoon or whatever it's we might have given it to her in an eyedropper. I can't remember, but I know, because they're such little wheezers, and teething is awful. It's like adults probably couldn't stand the pain. So
yeah. So last night she's usually good. Lately we've gotten her to sleep about 6-7 hours a night.
That is good.
Great.
Yeah.
Her bedtime's around 7, and if we get about 7 hours, she wakes up around 2-ish, and we do one feeding, and then she's good for pretty much the rest of the night.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you gave her a Xanax.
Don't tell me. Kidding.
Kidding. We're kidding.
Before somebody calls DCF on me. Kidding. So it was about 1 a.m. She woke up, and we just could not get her down for about 3 hours.
Ooh.
It's 4 a.m. We finally are able to get her down. She falls asleep in our bed, and she's a squirrely little thing. She's moving around. I'm trying to sleep, and I just feel these little fists punching me in my face. I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep today. So I end up going to work, and I work. My work day starts around 8, so I leave around here around 7:15. I ended up going to work. I took lunch early. I knocked out in my car for about an hour.
Wow.
I almost overslept. My lunch is an hour. I almost slept past it. And then it's just I am ready for bed soon. So
I believe it.
Yeah, she's asleep now, so we're hoping it'll be a better night tonight, but we also think we're starting to get to that point where she might start teething soon, because she's about to be 4 months, and that's when we get another sleep regression, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Get children's liquid Advil.
I will.
Yeah. I mean, get it now, because for some reason there's a shortage of it. I walk into all the pharmacies and it says you're limited to 2 bottles of it. And all these weird, like children's baby formula there was a big shortage for a long time.
Oh, dude, it's still a pain in the ass.
Okay.
It's very much. We switched to formula now, and it is a pain in the ass to find formula right now. It is
weird.
It is very weird. I'll go into stores and literally cleaned out cans gone of the formula that we use, and it's just like Jesus. And there are some people that they're apparently trying to flip baby formula online. Like, if you do that, you're just a huge piece of shit. You're a garbage human being, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they're probably doing that with children's Advil. So get thee to a pharmacy. Oh, T-Lar Blunt in the chat. I actually spoke to him today.
Hey, Tyler.
He is the worst friend ever. I have not heard from him in almost months. He's already lobbying to come visit me again. And I'm saying, hey, you got to do better than talking to me once a month, even if it is tax season, you spud.
That's right. He's in the heat of it right now.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Also, Tyler, I built the Kalax by myself and the Billy extension by myself. Took me 45 minutes. When Tyler gets stuff from IKEA, he has his wife build it for him. Oh, you demand an apology, do you? Hey, Craig. That's right. I am a high maintenance friend.
I'm just kind of picturing Tyler sitting in the lawn in like a hammock with a nice drink, and his wife is the one that's mowing the lawn.
Yeah. Let's see. Whoops. Okay. Larry got the 3 hardcovers for Scurry for my wife for Christmas one year. Nice.
It's fantastic.
Gabriel saying that Tyler is missed. Your subscribers are waiting. Yeah.
I love Tyler.
Blackheart. What's that mean? Blackheart for Gabriel? That doesn't sound good.
I like this question by Natural Bridge at 8:14.
Natural Bridge. There you go.
Do you all read multiple things at once, or do you wait until you finish an entire book to start a new one? I am terrible at this because I have 2 prose novels right now on top of like the comic stuff that I'm trying to get through, and I'm horrible at just starting things and then coming back and finishing them later.
Huh. I have to read one thing and then read the next.
I wish I was like that. I get caught up and I'm just like, man, but I really want to start this. It's been sitting on my shelf right now. And what I will say that I will try to do, especially with books, is if it's a horror book, I will not read another horror book at the same time. I'll try to read.
Okay. Don't want to mix your horror, yeah.
I'll try to read like a biography, or I'll try to read something science fiction or something like that, just because it's too much.
Yeah. I have to read one thing. I just finished Wicca. I'm going to do an overview of it. I wasn't feeling well enough today to do the overview. Wait until you see the art in this book. Once Gabe comes on, maybe I'll go up and grab the book and come back and show pics of it, because the art is the most incredible I've ever seen in a graphic novel. Mm-hmm. The story is great. Wow. It's kind of a fairy tale but it's got dark fairies that are actually good and light fairies that turn out to be, well, I don't want to spoil it, but they're battling for control of this amazing fairy world, and you won't even believe this art. It must have taken this guy a full year to draw this thing. It's unbelievable.
Huh. And
the story's really good too.
What's the team behind this? Is it the same writer, same artist?
No. It sounded like the artist was definitely French, because this book got translated. So I'm guessing the guy might be French too.
Oh.
But his name is like something very simple, but the artist's name is way French. Like I won't pronounce half the last name. So I will go up and get it.
I'm still trying to figure out Stefan Sejic.
Yeah.
I can never get it.
Shejic. I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
And who's a fan?
Oh, okay. Marvel Bab has his wife build his shelves too. Tyler, we need a video with you and Jess rating the best cereals of all times.
I like that idea.
That sounds fun. I love that idea.
We all know Frosted Flakes is top
5. I won't argue with that.
Yeah.
Same. I have to read one thing at a time. Lars Gunderson. Oh my God. Oh, Lars shaved his beard. Oh my God. I did that once. The wife did not like it. Never did that again. You can see by his avatar, Larry, a proud beer wearer. Never been into horror, but I'm trying to change that. I'm thinking about, those 2 Gideon Falls Deluxe editions, but I haven't gone for it. Haven't gone for it yet. You'll never repeat that disaster again. You reviewed that one too, did you?
Larry on a tear.
Yeah, Larry. Here's Super Laugh Hard, buddy. What up? You guys fans of Injection by Warren Ellis? I'm a fan of wanting it to be finished. It's a great story, but he left it like trees. It's unfinished.
Yeah. Ellis went through a kind of like a phase, right? For a few years, he would start projects and he would never finish them.
Those are 2 that he hasn't finished. James looking for Rodimus Prime Rib.
Yeah, my biggest heartbreak is Hickman's still, and I don't think he'll ever finish it, Manhattan Projects.
Now, I thought that got finished with 2 trades after the deluxes. He never finished it?
I was under the understanding he didn't. Did he finish it? Because if he did, I need to finish it then.
Okay, because there's like 3 hardcovers, right? And then I have 2 trades that I haven't gotten to yet. So I thought those finished it, but maybe not. in the chat, do you guys know has Manhattan that I love Manhattan Project.
Brilliant. Absolutely fucking nuts. It's so crazy. It's such a crazy book.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I think I heard him and the artist had a falling out or something.
Oh,
I could have swore I heard that.
Chat, come on, tell us.
They slow on that gun.
Yeah, what's going on? Come on, you guys.
Where you at, James Abel?
Find out about Manhattan Project. It's in the other room, so I haven't. I can't look into it. Once the Kalax is filled, then I'll be. Maybe I can broadcast from in there even.
Oh.
Yeah, I built a desk, Kalax, just like this.
Did you build it or did your wife build it?
It was my wife's idea.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. She said, you need a Kalax desk in here. So this is amazing. You need a Kalax desk in here so you can fill it with books and put dioramas and your Lego projects on it.
You know, just I can't think of a better way of celebrating International Women's Day than having them do labor around the house. So, I mean, equal rights, right?
And then she got mad because I ordered $25 worth of books on Amazon. Okay, is that National Women's Day or what? I mean, okay, now I'm canceled, but
that's fine.
I'm also teasing. I'm not teasing about the Amazon thing. She did say that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I haven't read it in so long. I feel like I read it in 2018. It's very Hickman-y.
Okay, I could do a quick summary.
Okay.
This is like scratching the surface of how deep this gets. So the general premise of Manhattan Projects is what happens if the creation of the atomic bomb, which was known as the Manhattan Project, was all a front for much more weirder, crazier sci-fi stuff, and that was called the Manhattan Projects. We're talking about Albert Einstein, Oppenheimer, all these guys that created the atomic bomb and helped create it were actually experimenting, traveling to different dimensions, meeting aliens and stuff like that. It goes for it, and it gets weird. It's basically, they go, oh yeah, the atomic bomb. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, we made it, cool. This is what we really are experimenting and looking into. And it delves into cults involving presidents. It is brilliant. It is so good.
Now, Gabe says it was continued in another series called Manhattan Project Sun Beyond. 4 issues.
If you're a history junkie like Jess and I are, you'll just eat it up. You will love the book.
Manhattan Project Sun Beyond. Did it get collected yet?
I didn't even know that was out.
Yeah, I got 2 trade paperbacks. Manhattan Project Hickman. Okay. Manhattan Projects Deluxe. Yeah. Volume 6, Volume 5, Projects Deluxe. Blah, 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 blah. I don't see. Oh, it's in single issues. The Sun Beyond the Stars. Sun Beyond the Stars 1 through 4. It looks like it hasn't been collected yet. Okay, so I have 3 hardcovers and then 2 trades, but I don't have. And the Sun Beyond is available like digitally right now. Sun Beyond the Stars.
Let me get my charger real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. Oh, it's collected in the Manhattan Projects Trade Paperback Volume 6. Thank you, Rick Ray. I will see if I can find that because I feel like I have the 3 hardcovers and then the 2 trades. It's Volume 6. Right on. Okay. Thank you. Up. when it comes to the night subject, I would say that Image has been the most interesting publisher the last 15 to 20 years. Not going to disagree with that. What the heck? What? Amazon, what are you doing to me? Okay. Manhattan Projects Deluxe. Manhattan Projects Deluxe 1 is in print.
Mm-hmm.
Manhattan Projects 2 is in print, Deluxe. Uh-oh.
Those are well worth your time, guys. Honestly. I think I think there's only 2 hardcovers.
Oh, there's only 2 hardcovers.
I think
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, yeah, you might be right. And then I may have a handful or a couple of trades. It sounds like they're in print. Gabe put a link in for volume 6. Okay. Well, except maybe it's available on IST, our sponsor. So let's see about that. Yes, okay. Manhattan Projects. Yes, IST has the 6th volume and it has all the trades and the 2 hardcovers. InStockTrades.com has all your Manhattan Projects needs. Okay, so I must have 2 hardcovers and then volume 5 and 6. Oh, right. It collects the sun beyond the stars. Right on. Think I remember you talking about the hardcovers at some point. That sounds right. 2017. The premise didn't interest me, and I didn't hear you guys or anyone else ever talk about the series. We got to change that.
We brought it up multiple times, I think.
Josh, spy in the house of the Omnibros from very fine condition. He's spying on us. Rick Ray says both hardcovers are in print. Okay, good. But the series was never fully collected in deluxe. No, it sounds like, or you guys just want to be, it sounds like it's finished and we didn't know it, Craig.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I need to go.
Volume 5 and 6. Right on. And here is the link for our sponsor for Manhattan Projects. Let's see. Super Laugh Hard. Our topic was modern comics. I think 2000 AD and the Judge Dredd magazine have been consistently good for many years now.
Huh.
But Lars says, I agree, and he then added, I am not getting the magazine for $20 an issue. Time to read Jess's ego. Wait, we must have some kind of banner for that. Some kind of, yeah, here we go. Let Omar stream since a movie series I don't care about. Right on, man.
What's the series? What's it covering?
I think it is Creed 3 they're reviewing.
Oh, okay.
All right, very interesting, Craig. This is a book you'd like. I would dare say you'd love this book.
I think so. Honestly, I think so.
And don't roll your eyes at me, kid. Okay, yeah. Manhattan Project. I need to reread the whole thing. If it's been, I bet it was 2017 when we last talked about it.
Probably. Opinions on modern comics. I think modern comics now are in a really interesting place. I think for the most part, we are in an era where there is a boatload of things to choose from. Most of it actually very, very good. And I think the digital age has brought with it a lot of good things, such as accessibility and the fact that we can now, pay $100 a year and we just have to wait 1 month, and DC Comics
That's
drops.
crazy.
Yeah. So I think overall I'm enjoying most of the direction where modern comics are going. The only thing that really concerns me, Jesus, I'm trying to fight this off. The only thing that honestly really concerns me is the fact that I think a lot of stuff is starting to feel a little bit samey for me, especially at Marvel. And I think that's a lack of. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, Gabe.
What up, everybody?
I think that's a lack of different opinion. That's a lack of different opinions on life and on subjects and on different topics and stuff like that. Because not to get into, I'm not going to get into politics here, but it is very left leaning. Marvel is very left leaning now, and that seems to be the general direction where all their comics are going in. If you look back at certain different eras, you had very much different creatives and different mindsets and different people who disagreed with stuff, and that kind of went into the comics and things like that. You look at guys like John Byrne. John Byrne, if you ask him about his opinion on certain things, you're probably not going to get a lot of modern day people that go, that sounds kind of messed up, John Byrne.
Yeah, but you have to also think about it. Is that's rare.
Yeah.
That people that have like that kind of more conservative kind of mindset really kind of come out and say that a lot, right? But at that time, at Marvel, ever since the beginning, was always fairly on
progressive,
kind of
progressive
side of things from the start. It's always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
The things that have changed is just it's not a singular company anymore. It's not ran by a dude upstairs, right? It's ran by like massive corporations now.
Yeah.
And when it was ran by just some dude upstairs, or maybe a group of dudes upstairs, and you had somebody like Jim Shooter, right? Who is like, I don't know his political afflictions at all. And it has nothing to do with that. But I met him. He did a signing at Torpedo. Nicest dude to talk to. Huge, massive guy. Like, but he's incredibly like when he talks like business. Like, and he was talking to us about like he's like, I need to be at the airport. I need to be there 2 hours early, and that's that. Like he's cut and dry in that way of things. But when you talk to him as a normal just conversation, nicest dude in the world, right? Yeah. But he's very like, So with him being very kind of like this is my law. This is how things work. Every panel is a medium shot. There can't be too much black coloring.
Right.
Everybody has to say their name and their power.
At the first, at the beginning of the issue. Yep, that was Jim Shooter.
It's 21 issues, so it's 7, 7, and 7. The first 7 pages is you kind of introduce the character and the situation. The middle part's action. 7, those 7 pages is action, and then 7 pages of the resolve and the cliffhanger into the next issue. So that was the formula that's been laid out forever. But then you get guys who are extremely to one other spectrum of things, and in like those early like late 60s, early 70s, all these dudes were flipping out on acid. They were all whacked out on.
So we got Doctor Strange,
dude. Steve Englehart. Oh, he talks all about him dropping. I don't know if it's acid or MDA. Or I don't know the drug. Sorry, I'm not that cool. But he'll talk about that. Jim Starlin, same way. Like if you read like Warlock in that time frame, it was super duper crazy, nutso, spectrum and space kind of stuff. It was basically Doctor Strange in space. Like it was awesome though. But so they've always had like this rebellion to them.
Mm-hmm.
And when Jim Shooter kind of left, they kind of said that the Marvel Age died. That's when the Marvel Age died, and it became more of corporate comics because that's when like Revlon owned them and all that kind of stuff. And then that was the 90s stuff. And then nowadays it's always been that way. It just people are focusing a lot more on it. It's always been who they are.
I think
that makes them that makes them more connected, I think, to the general public, because even from the start, Stan Lee, used people's names and, he made a community and stuff like that. And they've continued to do that. I think because they have a better connection with people.
Yeah, I think And I think the problem is that a lot of modern day comic writers will use they'll say the character is black, for example, or the character is Latino. And that is their one defining characteristic of that character.
Mhm.
It's not a fully fleshed out character.
Right.
This is what defines that character. The character is gay. That is their key defining trait. It's like, no, people are much more than that. You have to give a character more than that.
Right. I see what you're saying.
That is my concern. Is it's simply more than that. I don't mind that a character. I don't care that honestly a character is gay or anything like that. That doesn't bother me. I don't care. Tell me a fully fleshed out story. Give me a fully fleshed out character more than just that.
I hear what you're saying. So what it is because they do it a lot, is they announce it and they make that like the focal point of the situation, as opposed to just put that person in the book and let them run. Right. And you know, they are what they are, and they grow through the story in the comic itself. And it should be more story, as opposed to like, hey, you know, we have this and this and this character showing up. And that's their focus on. I see what you're saying if you're going that route.
And I get part of it is marketing, because you know you do want to reach a certain demographic and a certain audience, and you want to show, hey, we have characters that represent you. We have characters that look like you and act like. That's great. I think that's awesome.
Right.
But give me more than that.
Exactly. No, I see what you're saying. That's all it is.
Give me quality writers with quality arcs and stuff like that.
And that's been. Go ahead. I'm
Tom Taylor Superman. Tom Taylor Superman with Clark Kent's son, John Kent. I don't have a problem with the characters by. Mm-hmm. Cool, awesome. He's telling a great story. He's fleshing out the character. He's giving me more about it. That's great. That's awesome. But Tom Taylor's a great writer, and he can pull it off. There's a lot of people out there that are just like, yeah, that's what this character is. Okay, well, thanks, man.
Let's see, Lars. I agree with. I've said this for a while. This era of comics is the real golden age. I totally agree with that. Craig is going to be starting Hickman Marvel Saga, but Manhattan Projects. Okay, good. Josh says, I feel like classic, you know, all the heavy hitters, modern biggest issue is getting the word out. I can't tell you how many times don't hear about something until 3 years later. Like we're telling you about Manhattan Project 6 years later.
Yeah.
Now it's definitely golden age for readers. You guys just got subscriptions from Gabriel to Gabe and Lou.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, man. I haven't uploaded there.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Cool.
This one pings off. There's an answer to this one. I don't know if it's me already having read superhero stuff for 40 plus years or the state of books today, but I'm loving creator-owned, non-superhero more than anything now. Tons of great sci-fi, fantasy, and noir. And the response is, no, it's just you're listening to your daughter's wonderful taste now more than ever from the Comic Slayer. Is my internet daughter and Larry's real daughter. That must be it. Gabe, why don't you run through some of the chat and continue this conversation while I go get that book I wanted to
go get it. And then go get all your Manhattan Projects.
How do I get do I remove myself?
Nope. Did you remove him?
I kicked him out. You can see him in the green room laughing.
Hey, Gabe, do you mind highlighting Cleveland Brown at 8:38?
There you go. So, Cleveland Brown, in your honest opinion, should comics retroactively edit their work for modern audiences, like with James Bond and Ronald Dahl books?
I really like this question because this is very concerning to me. They just announced that the newer editions of James Bond's book, the books from James Bond, are removing some of the more I apologize. Removing some of the more racist connotations and stuff like that because of the time period that they were written in. I am very, very nervous and afraid of what that means for literature and for books and stuff like that in general in the future. You have certain books such as Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, where they use the N-word a lot, because that is the context of the time period that we're in. And that deeply concerns me, because you have to be able to understand the context, and you have to be able to be mature enough to realize this is when this book was written in, or this is what this character is based on this, and that is why this character is doing this, or the reason that the character acts this way is because it is that time period. And if we keep trying to sanitize and erase our history, we are doomed to repeat it all over again, because we can't learn from it. One of the biggest things that I've had a problem with is I would love to have those classic Shazam issues. We are not getting those classic Shazam issues, because there is a lot of stuff in there that is very, well, not PC for today. And stuff like that, just, it concerns me. It genuinely concerns me, because I live in the state of Florida, and the state of Florida is trying to ban books left and right and trying to kind of censor certain things in this state. But at the same time, you've got people on the other side that are saying, well, we shouldn't show people this, or we shouldn't expose children to this. And, we have to be very careful what we say around certain groups of people, because we might offend them. And it's just different poles and different things. It's the same thing, but different extremes. Does that make sense?
No, it totally does.
I was thinking about that last night, as a matter of fact. I was thinking about it in terms of when I was really little, or like 8 years old, I read Huck Finn. And in it, the character Jim, as it was originally written, is N-word. He was N-word Jim throughout the book.
Right.
And then as I got a little bit older, they dropped that, which I didn't have a problem with.
Yeah.
I do have a problem with the fact that Jim was Huck's best friend, like, throughout the whole trip, and then Huck turns around and turns him in back to being a slave. And I think Huck Finn's a jerk, but that's a separate issue. Jim saves his life like 9 times.
Huck Finn is a dick.
Yeah.
You get old and you realize, wow, this kid's a dick.
But I didn't have a problem with that, because that is an incredibly offensive word. So, okay. But then I was thinking about those James Bond books too last night, thinking that, peace and love. I want everybody to be happy in whatever they want to do. But are we becoming too sensitive now that we actually have to go back and retroactively censor? Can't we put a sticker on the book that says, and I'm not saying let's release Song of the South, from Disney. I just feel like maybe those James Bond books and other books that they want to kind of, there's like a Don Rosa book that something's getting,
the Uncle Scrooge collections that are going,
yeah,
are not being reprinted anymore,
clipped out. Can't you just put a sticker on it that says this was written in a different era and may be offensive to modern readers, and let me decide if I can read it or not?
Yeah.
Who are these people deciding for me what I'll be offended by? Put a sticker on it and I'll judge.
Well, what's happening, because I very much believe most people go about their daily lives and just don't give too much of a shit. But Twitter and all these social media platforms and things like that have become such vocal pieces for what I would say is probably the minority of people. And they have become so vocal that these companies have started to kind of go, we don't want to get in any issues, so we're just going to go ahead and sanitize stuff before it even becomes an issue, because we just don't want to jump down that road.
Yeah.
And in doing so, you're in many ways destroying pieces of art, because writing is a form of art. And by going in and changing the original author's words and the original author's intent without the author's consent, or without, because a lot of this stuff, the authors died years ago. So you're going back now and cleaning things up for today, when you really should just be teaching your kids and teaching people around. No, this is what history was, children. Unfortunately, that was the reality of the time. Learn from it, and we've come a little bit further in certain ways, certain places we need to keep growing. But stuff like that. I am dying for them to collect those classic Shazam issues. Dying to get that stuff. We were this close a few years ago, but they pulled back because of that.
They blinked at the last minute. I think censorship of any kind is horrible, and I think it's one of the worst things that could be done. It's it's anything to do when you're like editing and changing books I think it's immoral. Like that's one of the worst things that we can do as a culture is change books, because once you start editing anything, it becomes a slippery slope, and then where does it stop? And what kind of changes are going to be made as we continue throughout history, 1,000 years from now, 2,000 years from now, whatever the case might be? We just continually just edit these things to make it more into whatever the common idealism is, and continue to edit and change things in that regard? Or do we use it as a history book and proof of growth that we have changed to become better? And look at what kind of sickle idiots we are now. Or you can even look at history in general. You could look back like, look at people, all the sickles and the things that have been changed in history already that we know from history, and we can see that we've grown from that.
Yeah.
Even recently, World War II and the way that we felt about Japanese people in internment camps.
Yeah.
It's growth. It shows that we have the ability to become better.
Yeah.
If you change that and you hide that and you just make it seem like we've always been this way, when we are better people hundreds of years from now, whatever the case you want to be, and you want to be like, this is always how we are, we can never become better. You become just a stagnant society.
Yeah, and a lot of it is also picking and choosing to make certain people feel better. An example, especially here in Florida, Jesus. I had never heard of Black Wall Street until Watchmen. Why was this never taught to me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same with me. I was like, what's Black Wall Street? What's this Oklahoma massacre? And I literally didn't hear about it until I think a couple of weeks maybe before Watchmen came out, like in a different conversation. And then I saw it on Watchmen, and Watchmen details it out. Like they don't blink with the airplanes that were mowing people down in the streets. They didn't cut away from any of that. I was like, that's what that was. Never ever explained to us before in my education.
Mine either.
I'm personally surprised we got those Shang-Chi books because of Fu Manchu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if you had asked me 10 years ago, we would never get those books out.
I think that's why they're not getting reprinted. Or did they lose the rights to Fu Manchu?
I think it's a rights thing.
Yeah.
Same as like Conan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they had they made a deal and it was like a one and done.
Yeah.
For each edition.
I remember that. Yeah, they were saying it was like a one-time situation, one-time deal or something like that.
Yeah, Cleveland Brown brings up it was Roald Dahl that he wrote like James and the Giant Peach and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and they're going back and retroactively changing some of his stuff too. James and the Giant Peach and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory were two of my favorite books as a kid. I don't remember any kind of anti-Semitic tropes. I think that's what they're going back and rewording. I'm not 100% on that, but I also know that in Oliver by Charles Dickens, it used to be Fagin the Jew, and they dropped that to be Fagin, probably around the time they changed N-word Jim to just Jim.
So what's going to also eventually happen is those first edition books that I'm sure are still expensive right now are going to just shoot up more in price because people are going to want to get those and be like, no, this is the original unedited text.
And I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to hide it from our future generations because we have the internet now. Like I could find songs of the South anytime I want to. I can pull up any of the old Looney Tunes or the old Bugs Bunny stuff that was like super racist. That you didn't watching it as a kid, you didn't know, but now as when you grow up, and you realize it. So I don't know what they're trying to hide it from because you could find that anywhere.
What was
it's
the
just weird what they're trying to erase it or what?
That you sent me, Lou? Like this was a while ago. This was like 2019, 2018 that I could find on the internet. It was like 11 racist cartoons.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I had my collector showcase show on television, I had a black memorabilia collector on twice, and he told me about Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs or whatever. And he was like, he told me it existed, which I had no idea. And he said that will never see the light of day. But you can now find it on, I could back in 2019 because you sent me the link of these incredibly racist, dehumanizing cartoons. Right. And it was like, whoa.
Now,
like Coal Black, it's only like 7 minutes long, but it is super stereotypically racist to the point where you almost want to laugh.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, this is how they saw people.
Right. Now, the other extreme on the other side is people that feel you should not read or you should not watch, or where I'm gonna get into now. I won't be too specific about it. X thing because it offends X group, and that makes you a bigot or a horrible person because you enjoy reading or watching something. We experienced that recently in quite a few of the subgroups for the Omnibus Collector. And I'm going to say it as nice as possible. Don't tell a person what they should or should not read, watch, or just don't. Let them be free to enjoy the thing that they are enjoying, because what you're doing is you're being a dick yourself by telling the person, well, I think you're a horrible human being because you're reading. Let's bring back Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer has a lot of some racist stuff in it because that was a time period. That doesn't make you a racist because you're reading Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, it's like the tolerance police become intolerant of the people that they think are intolerant.
Exactly. There are a lot of hypocrites in a lot of those groups. I'm just saying right now. We'll see how many of those hypocrites watch Flashpoint.
I don't know any. I don't go to Reddit at all, so I only Twitter. So I only know what you guys send me or put in the chat.
It was the Facebook groups for like the Omniplex and like the Gamers Corner. And
whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're, okay.
Yeah. Telling you
a lot of hypocrites and a lot of people staring down their nose at other people and stuff like that. I'm like, you guys are fucking dicks. You know that, right? Like, you're coming off as assholes now.
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of comics, do you guys think in a few years we will see things like Preacher, Transmet? We will see them watered down and edited because they're trying to avoid problems. Do you think that is where we're going to head?
Wow.
Because Preacher has some shit in there that I could see maybe DC in the future or Warner Brothers in the future going, there's an inbred Jesus in this? What?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to lean on the side of us being better than that.
Okay, fair.
There's a lot of stuff in the chat. A lot of stuff in the chat. Yeah, Matthew is talking exactly about what you were talking about, Leo.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of those guys are probably going to be watching Full Flashpoint and going, "Oh my God, this is amazing," but Ezra Miller was choking out bitches left and right and was almost arrested a few times. So, but hey, somebody said something I disagree with, so that makes them a horrible person.
I never got to finish Lovecraft Country. That first episode was wild.
That should have gotten a second season.
Yeah,
that is a crime it did not.
I loved that first episode.
What do you guys think? What do you think, Jess?
About what? We've covered a lot.
Do you think in a few years we'll see stuff like Preacher or Transmet get watered down because they're afraid?
The way we're going now, I think that is a really interesting question that I hadn't thought of. I know that I bought the DVD set of Community because I was afraid that if I found it on streaming, I guess there were a couple of controversial characters or episodes or something in Community. I've never watched it.
Yeah.
But I heard enough about it that it sounds hilarious. And the same goes for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think there have been some shows that they won't show on television anymore.
Yeah, Scrubs. They took a couple episodes of Scrubs down too.
Did they really?
Scrubs?
Yeah. There's an episode where they do blackface.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow.
I love Scrubs.
I do too.
Yeah. I watched it for the first time when the pandemic started because all we did was because we couldn't do anything, so we just watched a lot of like shows and stuff like that. We started with Scrubs, and we just burned through it until that last season. That last season is just the worst. That last season was an abomination. We couldn't even make it all the way through that last season.
Yeah.
Is that when I think it switched to ABC for like the last 3 years of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
It becomes a school. It like becomes a school where
They all become teachers.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's terrible.
And they took away like all the like the female stars, like their wives and girlfriends. They wrote them out, like all kinds of stuff. It was a completely different show, and they transferred the story from being Zach Braff's character to like a new student. So it was her, and it was us like listening to her thoughts or whatever. She does like the narration, same thing. So the whole concept switched over to her, and it was just Zach Braff and the other cat, just as kind of like side characters and teachers.
Oh yeah. That was like after Scrubs or Scrubs Continued or whatever. That had
no, that was like the next season. Like that's continuity. Like that was the next season.
I remember that. Yeah.
Most
it had
what's
his name's little brother in it.
James Franco.
Yeah.
Although most people
that was awful.
Most people say that season doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Where it ends.
Yeah, the season before that had like it ended. It was just great, perfect ending, and then you could just stop there. But I was curious.
It was like
what this is all about.
Scrubs reboot or something. Yeah, they even tried to. Didn't they try to recreate the janitor as like the maintenance man or the gardener or something as the antagonist? The janitor was so great.
He was awesome. I love the janitor.
I love the fan theory that the janitor was not really there.
Oh, it was
in the first season. Like he never interacts with anybody else. The only person who interacts with the janitor was Zach Braff's character.
Oh, that's so cool.
So for a while, they had the theory that he was like either like a dead patient and he was a ghost, and this is going to be like a ghost story in a hospital thing or something. But no, but for a while you can see it. We're like, he only talks to that janitor. The janitor only talks to him. Like it's a weird thing.
Well, there was that heartbreaking episode where you have Brendan Fraser and you don't realize he's dead until the very end.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that episode. Or the one where Dr. Cox finally just loses it because a whole bunch of people flatline on him.
Yeah.
And he just breaks down.
Oh,
that's a hard one.
They have a watching podcast. Zach Braff and I keep forgetting the other guy's name from Clueless.
Oh.
But they do a podcast together where they watch the episodes and they invite like some of their like cast members in there and stuff like that too.
He called him Brown Bear. What was that guy's name? Yeah.
All right. Kind of moving on.
I will say that I think that we are headed for censoring preacher if we continue on this path.
Don't say that.
They did it to SpongeBob too. Remember? We were talking about that before. I did the same thing as you, Jess. I went out and bought all the DVDs of SpongeBob because they were pulling out episodes from the streaming services.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Physical media, guys. That's the physical media. That's
Yeah.
the best thing you could do. I told Jess this.
There you go, James. Thank you. Fake doctors, real friends.
So
Donald Faison. That's his name. That's right.
Donald Faison. Okay.
So what I wanted to do was kind of a little mini game here.
Ooh.
I've got greatest of all time.
Okay.
And I've got categories, and I'm going to list them off. And I want you and Gabe, I might chime in here a little bit, to tell me what is your greatest of all time based on the category. Sounds good?
Yes, we're going from an extremely deep, tough topic into something fun. Let's all relax and have a good time.
Yeah.
Yay.
Let's talk comics or whatever.
Lighten the mood a little bit. All right.
Word.
Greatest of all time. So I'm going to give you a topic, and I want you guys to give me what is the greatest of all time that you think on the topic.
Okay.
The first one, I've got 10 topics here.
Jack Kirby.
What is the greatest of all time fast food place?
McDonald's 1985.
Oh, you're talking about before they fucked up with the oil.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
with
talking
the
about
weird
like when it
French
was still
fries
like
with the-
when it was still like the fried pies, and it was still like real meat, real bread, real ingredients. Like it was still like a real food place, and they had like the ball pits. I used to have birthdays there. Like you can go there and have a birthday. If you did that now, you're ghetto. But back then, that was a treat.
They used to fry their fries in animal fat,
Yeah.
and before that, it was lard.
Oh my god.
That's why they were so good.
And they had the fried kids. Dude, that playground, I love that playground growing up. Like that was the best.
Was the apple pie different back then?
Yeah.
Or was it the same?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Because
it's totally different, dude.
the apple pie that I had as a kid was you bit it and it's nuclear, and you get to the center and it's a frozen popsicle.
I remember it being hot all the way
Yeah.
through and burning
Yeah.
my mouth.
Yeah, you suffered through it with love. It was great. Yeah.
I'm gonna say In and Out.
In the chat, everybody. Oh my god. All right.
Oh yeah, everybody's got their favorites.
Yeah. Oh man, they're influencing me. They're influencing me.
Pizza Hut when it was good.
Pizza Hut
Tim
when it was
Hortons
good.
for
Oh,
coffee
Pizza Hut
and
when
donuts.
there was a restaurant and you would go there with your whole family and sit down and eat, and they had a buffet.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is pizza. Wait, what was it? Was it Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A is really good. I really like Chick-fil-A.
yeah. Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Come on, Jess, we're still winning.
I said In and Out.
Oh, In and Out? Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, A&W when they delivered to the car. That was awesome. Oh, I used to get the teen burger. It had bacon on it. Yeah, that's
Sweetheart, favorite fast food restaurant? She said Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I've had Chick-fil-A and it's been like, as the cool kids say, very mid. Like
Really? I
Very
like their
mid. I
salad.
haven't heard that.
They have a good salad.
This was I remember Shakey's.
oh,
when I grew up
Shakey's
in
was great. They had the
California.
best video games there. That's where I would
Yeah.
go and play Neo Geo arcades.
Ooh.
Shakey's Pizza. Wow.
Shakey's. Yeah.
Cookout is awesome too. Their shakes rock. They have like 40 different kinds of shakes. Good call, Josh.
Oh man.
Well, we can't help you there. Super laugh hard. Sorry. Although,
Donuts. What about Yum Yum Donuts?
didn't Chick-fil-A develop a cauliflower patty or something for vegetarians?
I think they did. I think they have. Let
Yeah.
me tell you something. That milkshake at Chick-fil-A
Oh,
is the shit.
you
It's
get
great.
chunks of the fruit stuck in your straw.
Oh, it's so good. Let's kind of bounce to the next one.
Oh, okay. I said In and Out.
Good choice. Favorite female comic character? I think I know Jess's answer on this one.
Oh, I have a whole statue. Harley Quinn.
That's an easy one. That's a given.
Yeah.
Gabe?
This is such a hard question. There's so many. Electra.
Electra.
Good choice.
Really? Good choice.
This is great.
Good choice, man.
Death. Oh, Death. Yeah.
Death.
She's a character.
Death. Yeah.
Poison Ivy. Kitty Pride, Judge Anderson. Good choice. She's awesome.
Gwen
Gwen
Poole.
Poole!
I'm gonna warn you all right now. If you put Squirrel Girl in there, you're getting banned.
You're getting banned. James, ban anybody that puts Squirrel Girl. I agree with that.
It's an automatic 5-minute timeout.
Ooh, Psylocke, she's awesome. Linda Carter, I've met her twice.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Oh.
Wonder Woman. I had a conversation with her back in 1986.
Is this kind of like Clint Eastwood, that she just randomly pops up in your life at various different points?
Yeah. I was. This was before I met Patty, and I lived in an apartment near. It's called the Key Bridge. It links Virginia to DC. You go over the Key Bridge, and so I would go for a morning run before work, and I'd run over the Key Bridge, and then you went down and to the river, to the Potomac, and there was a boathouse there, and I ran out and I would run back, blah, blah, blah. So one time I was running and a guy said, "Can you tell me what that building is?" And I said, "Oh, it's where you rent boats or something." And then I hear this woman say, "It's Fletcher's Boathouse." And I turn and I go, "Oh, thank you." I love you as Wonder Woman. You're awesome.
That's amazing.
She was dressed in like a white walking suit and she was smoking hot.
Did you ask her to do like the little spin? See if she changed into Wonder Woman there?
And I said, it just came out. And I thought, oh my God, I wish I hadn't said that. But she said, "Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you so much." And I was like, whoa, I'm so glad that I ran into you. She could have been really just kept walking or something, but she made eye contact with me and said, "Thank you so much. That means so much to me." And I was like, "Boss, see you later." And I just took off. And then I ran into her at Baltimore Con 2019. She was singing, and I just went up and said how great I thought she was. And she was still smoking 30 years later.
She's a very beautiful woman.
Holy guacamole.
Next one.
No, Josh, that was me. I put you in 5-minute timeout.
Oh, why? What happened?
He said, "Squirrel Girl, I'm going to test the bounds." So I showed him how far that test goes.
Okay. Favorite condiment on a burger?
Mayonnaise
Mustard.
on the bun.
Really? Mayo? You're not a mayo guy. I thought you didn't like it, Gabe.
No, on the bun, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Jack in the Box is great in terms of like their hamburgers, so they put mayonnaise on it. Like I'm not somebody that I don't smother mayonnaise all over my hamburger. I mean, like if you put like on the buns,
Yeah.
and when it's hot, it's great. Like that's a game changer.
Okay.
Oh,
Now, are you one of those guys that they go all out when you get a hot dog? You put mayo, relish, mustard, the works on it, cucumbers, because I've seen that.
I just like mustard and onions on my hot dog, and then I like mustard and grilled onions on my burger.
Okay.
I like spicy mustard on my hot dogs.
Yes.
Spicy mustard. Like I'm not 5 years
pickles.
old. I don't eat yellow mustard. Okay. Like the only reason I have that in my house because I got 2 kids. But when you're, when you get hair on your chest as an adult, you stop eating yellow mustard. All right. You start using the good Dijon stuff, right?
Dijon,
the deli mustard.
Dijon.
I love
that. Maybe some jalapenos. I like jalapenos on my.
I like pickles on my burger too. Yeah,
and it has to be the deli mustard, not that cheap stuff that you get from like the plastic. That good deli spread mustard.
It has to be like almost horseradishy. Like it has to kind of like it has to.
You want that much of a kick?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Jalapenos. Yeah. I like jalapenos on everything, dude.
Yes,
I've been putting sriracha on a lot of things lately. Like,
dude, I got this new sriracha recently because I wanted to get some. I didn't have any at the store, so I just got this random brand, and it's like this really like awesome. I've been putting it on everything because I've been trying to get on like a little bit more of a cut, so I've been eating a lot more bland food. But I'm using this because it's like this sweet chili like sriracha. It's not hot. It's like the right amount of just like tingle hot. But it's like sweet. So I'm like, oh, this is really great because I can just smother all these egg whites I'm eating with this stuff.
Are you on the 8,000 calorie Wolverine diet?
Oh, dude, I'm not doing that, bro. No way.
For reference, Jonathan Majors, he ate 6,000 calories to get ready for Creed and this bodybuilding movie. Hugh Jackman is eating 8,000 calories.
I'm known of bodybuilders that do like 12.
Well, I remember when that swimmer, what's his name, Michael, the Olympic swimmer,
Michael
Phelps. He had an astonishing diet. I mean, he'd eat 8,000 calories at breakfast.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
It was amazing what that guy.
He got busted for weed, and the only thing that came to my mind was, with his lung capacity, you are getting nothing after he takes a hit. He takes a hit, he takes the whole bowl. It's gone.
Dude, he doesn't take hits. Dude. It's all lung busters.
Lung busters. Costco got rid of jalapenos.
Oh, dude, the movie theater by my house started selling the jalapenos. Because I like to put jalapenos on my popcorn when I go to the movies.
Oh wow!
And then after like everything kind of shut down, and then when the movies started coming back up, they started, instead of having them out, they had them in like these little like ramekins, like these little plastic little ramekins. But it would charge you like 50 cents for it, and I would need like 12 of them because I would really drown my popcorn in jalapenos.
Let's go to the next one. Favorite sitcom?
MASH.
I will agree. Before
minus the last season again. When Alan Alda took over.
As soon as Alan Alda took over, it's when Charles whatever his name was,
Winchester Burns.
Yeah, Charles Winchester Ogden Phelps, whatever his name was. When Larry Linville left, that's when Alan Alda took over and introduced Charles, what's his name? And that's when it got all preachy and wasn't funny anymore. So I agree with you. MASH up until Larry Linville leaves and it becomes all preachy.
Other than that, it's hard to, because I also would throw out like The Office. Minus the last couple of seasons. Veep's good.
I love Parks and Rec. That's my go-to.
Yeah, I love 30 Rock too.
You know what's Married with Children? I'm gonna throw that in the mix.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Oh, Marcelo, right. 30 Rock.
30 Rock was great.
Seinfeld. Oh, I need to see Ted Lasso still. Oh yeah, Community Arrested Development, so awesome.
There's always money in the banana stand. I might have committed some light treason. It's one of the greatest lines ever.
Light treason. I've made a huge mistake.
Hussein is fucking brilliant, dude. Oh, Amyong. Oh yeah, Arrested Development is up there. They tried to get back, and it's just not the same.
And then he's driving around the stair car all the time. The stair truck has got stairs on it.
He was like living in like the attics of like these like like open houses and
model home, yeah.
Model home, yeah.
I'm a magician, Eric, or something like that. Tricks are for whores.
And then Job, whatever his name was, actually had to try and perform magic, and he's swallowed the key to the prison, and he couldn't choke it down, and he got into prison, and he couldn't break out. And he was always driving that Segway in those really weird sandals.
When he makes the boat disappear, and they're like, "All right, tell us, how'd you make the boat disappear?" He goes, "I blew up the boat." Oh god, those Arrested Development episodes are brilliant, dude.
Oh, they really are. Oh, the first 7 seasons of The Simpsons are top notch.
Classic.
Maybe
this was great
the
too.
second
WKRP.
or the 7th. WKRP, yeah.
I love that show.
Okay.
Schitt's Creek, just for something a little bit more current.
Yeah. Schitt's Creek is amazing.
I still need to watch that.
Oh, dude, you're missing out, bro. I'm gonna kick you out right now. Just go watch it. Seriously.
Schitt's Creek is so amazing.
Favorite? Let's go. Comic publisher. Kind of bringing it back to comics.
Marvel.
DC.
Image. No, Vertigo. Vertigo over Image for me.
Gidget. I yeah,
Haven't heard that in a long time.
I can't even believe Hogan's Heroes existed. I loved it, but 20 years after World War II, you're doing Hogan's Heroes? Like, really? I just still can't believe it existed.
Ooh, Josh with Dark Horse. Good choice.
Well, just like MASH, it was also based on a movie, right?
Stalag 17, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tough one for Jess. This is an easy one for me. Favorite album of all time. This is easy for me. Rumors from Fleetwood Mac is my favorite. This is a difficult one for Jess.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, East 1999 Eternal.
Is it really? That's your favorite? Awesome. That hit at just the right time for you, didn't it, Gabe?
Oh, yeah.
I will say Beatles Rubber Soul.
Okay. Good choice.
I almost said Social Distortion, Mommy's Little Monster, but I said Beatles Rubber Soul.
Yeah, for me, it's Rumors. I don't think there's a bad song on that whole album. It's classic all the way through.
That's how it is with Bone Thugs for me for East 1999 Eternal. It's an album that's like, it's that album where it's there's no skips.
Right.
Like, you listen to the album from beginning to end, like even because this is like 90s hardcore gangster, rap. There's always like some weird intro, and there's always like 2 or 3 sketches within, the album itself too. But these were like you watched or you listened to everything. Like it was produced by DJ Unique. This is right as because they were discovered by Eazy-E, and there's a big whole story with that. And this is the last thing that Eazy-E worked on before he died.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it has like a legacy behind it as well.
What? Okay, here I'm going to show my ignorance.
Green Day Dookie is the correct answer as well, Larry. That was the first album I ever bought with my own money.
This is the first group I think Josh saw live was Social D. Liquid Swords. How do you pronounce that?
Jizza.
Jizza.
Wu-Tang.
Rage Against the Machine. Second album is classic. Max always sends me mashups of songs, which is great. And the last one he sent me was I'm so lost when it comes to anything past 1984, but it was Snoop Dogg in a video going da 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 da.
It's gonna be stuck in your head again now.
Yeah, and some dudes would going in front of him, and it was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Was that NWA or is that somebody different? Who did Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, were they in a group?
Yeah, they worked together for a long time.
Was it
they were all on Death Row Records at the time.
They weren't in a group, but they were part of the same record company.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just combined together for that video where Snoop's going da 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 da.
Yeah, I mean those. I don't know which one you're talking about, but back then, everybody just shows up in everybody's videos.
Okay,
so
because that's
maybe not. He could have just shown up there because he smelled weed or something. I don't know on set, so he just kind of magically appears.
I love that song and it gets stuck in my head all the time because then it moves into Grease. You're the one that I want. Da 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 da. You're the one that I want. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
I don't know.
Dr. Dre was about of NWA. Wet Leg is awesome.
Greatest of all time. Cereal.
Oh.
I think what is that called?
My wife is saying Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Puffs. Yeah.
Reese's Puffs?
Reese's Puffs.
What was the one I had? The mascot was the policeman and his dog. Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp. Like old school Cookie Crisp. Like when
Right.
it was like, sorry, most of the stuff is going to be like back in the day. But yeah, Cookie Crisp used to be like amazing cereal.
Ooh, Fruity
Hot
Pebbles.
chocolate is great too. I like getting it on during the holidays and stuff. Those are limited releases. They get me every year. It's like Girl Scout cookies.
So for me, it's Frosted Flakes, and Jesus,
Oh,
yeah, Frosted Flakes. But here's how you know.
Edman's making me change my answer. He's correct.
Here's how you
What
know.
was Edman's?
Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah,
That's the right answer. Thank you, Edman, for correcting me.
Frankenberry.
Here's how you know we had a sugar problem in our house growing up, because my dad would take Frosted Flakes and add more sugar to it
Well, it used
because
to
it
be
wasn't
called,
sweet enough.
all those things used to be called sugar. It used to be Sugar Frosted Flakes and Sugar Crisp.
Mhm.
Everything had sugar in front of it. Talk about those things got
Sugar
deleted.
snaps. Yep.
Yeah, those things got deleted too. It was the thing that almost killed me when Patty had to do the Heimlich maneuver on me.
I haven't heard of this story.
I haven't heard of
heard
it
this.
either. No.
It was yogurt. What was the name of that cereal? Yogurt. It was like it was flakes that were covered in like little thin bits. They were covered in yogurt that was and raisins that had yogurt.
Yogurt O's? Yogurt O's? I want to say Yogurt O's. No.
Let me ask Pat.
Might be an off-brand that's
Was it a
only
Special
available at
K?
Winco. I don't know.
It was Special K. Okay, it was Special K.
You were doing Special K, Jess?
The cereal. Special K yogurt and raisins or something, and the flakes were covered in like not liquidy yogurt, but like solid sugary yogurt. The flakes weren't regular flakes.
Yeah, they were flakes. They were Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, but covered with yogurt.
Jess tries to eat healthy and almost dies.
I did almost die because I love that cereal. It's like fruity yogurt Special K, and I liked very little milk on it because I didn't want it to get soggy. It's this is back at our old house probably 20 years ago, and so I ate this bite of barely milkified fruity yogurt Special K, and a flake got stuck horizontal in my throat.
No.
Eating cereal is a bad answer. And I kept trying to. Hey, Patty, do you remember the name of the cereal that I almost died on? Was it special that you saved my life? Was it Special K fruit and yogurt?
No. I was.
It was Special
I can't
K.
remember.
Okay, it
I
was.
was thinking it was cornflakes or something.
No, it was flakes. Yeah, Special K fruit and yogurt, and the flake got stuck in my throat, and I couldn't. I tried eating more. I tried coughing it out, and I started not being able to
I'm choking. I want to eat more.
I tried drinking milk. I tried doing everything, and it all just started to build up as this flake was lodged in my throat. So I pounded on the counter really hard, so because I couldn't breathe. And Patty ran downstairs, and I said,
So I said you need me to do the Heimlich.
"Well, Pat."
And you
I
turned
promise not.
immediately. And
Oh, okay. Patty said, "Do you need me to do the Heimlich maneuver?" And I turned around, and she went, "Pooah!" and the flake popped out.
milk. Life shows me everything.
You're being thanked for saving my life. Josh says, "Thank you, Patty, for saving Jess." That's one tough flake. Special K, the potential serial killer.
I think it just
I like the pun. Good job on that one, sir. Good job.
or maybe the life insurance wasn't paid
I
up.
did
so she
chew
had
the
to, like, save you.
cereal. It just slipped. The killer flake slipped down. It was evil.
If anybody in the chat says
Killer tofu.
Captain Crunch, you're lying to yourself, because that's
Oh, Captain Crunch is good.
no, that's horrible. It
Oh,
cuts your-
dude,
Cuts the
great.
top of your mouth. Even
Yeah,
Family
I
Guy.
never had a
made
problem with it.
Even Family Guy had
Especially
a
with the
little
Crunch
flip
Berries.
on that. How
stuff
I
is-
love that cereal. I love the toys I used to get out of cereal boxes.
All right, I got three.
I
more.
also it didn't try and kill me, which is why I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And yeah, the milk does. But Nucking Futz, we haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is because the other one, I guess, got taken off the shelves because it killed people.
We got 3 more. I've got 90s comic, kind of bringing it around to comics.
90s comics?
Specifically, the best 90s comic. Preacher, for me. That's an easy one.
I guess I'll
So
say
many.
Sandman.
Sandman, good choice. Gabe?
Gabe loves 90s comics. He should
This
have
is
an
a tough
answer on
one.
this one.
This is why I picked this one, because I knew it would be a bit of a difficult one for Gabe. He's going through his entire Rolodex in his head
Dude,
right
you
now.
don't even know.
Oh, another vote for this one.
This is hard, dude. I don't get it.
It's smoke coming out of Gabe's ears now. His brain's on fire.
You want to come back to it, Gabe?
No. Let me just drown here for a little bit.
Sandman, Preacher, Sin City. I can't believe that new Hellboy is going to be even bigger than Big Sin City.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the
wow.
same size, height-wise, and I think it's like 200, 300 extra pages.
That'd be ice cream.
Spider-Man, Prophet, Deadpool, Joe Kelly. Oh, Hitman.
Wow, Hitman.
Good.
Jeez,
Good choice.
that's a bit of a deep cut.
Yeah. Alan Moore as well. Gabe, this is the best.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going. Uncanny X-Men.
Okay, next one. Jim Lee, Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good choice.
No,
Very good.
Yeah.
no,
and
the Joe
X-Men.
Mad stuff.
Oh, okay. Good choice.
Ooh, 8 Ball. What a great choice. 8 Ball and Hate. Oh, yeah. 8 Ball and Hate. Those were two of my. But Hate is the one with the blow card Holiday Inn signature, which makes me hate it even more. But yeah, I loved Hate and 8 Ball in the 90s.
Super laugh hard. Yeah, I was running through Daredevil Volume 2, but the parts that were in the 90s was the Kevin Smith stuff, which is great, but it's not the Bendis stuff. The Bendis stuff started in the 2000s, so I was kind of dissecting it that way. That was one of the ones I was thinking of, though.
Patty brought me a plate of cookies.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Oh, Patty, help! Killer cookies.
All right,
Deadpool
2
by
more.
Joe Kelly is also a great answer.
I got 2 more.
Let's do it.
Greatest of all time, grocery store.
Costco.
Costco.
Sorry.
Although you say Publix has great sandwiches.
Oh my God, the Publix deli is amazing.
Publix is a grocery store, right?
Yes, it is. Their deli, their sandwiches are a work of art.
Yeah, that's what you've been saying.
Smith's, Kroger, whatever people call it.
Kroger. Okay.
I mean, all grocery stores to me are the same.
Rick Ray's right. Peak Vertigo and the Explosion. I read a ton of those alternative comics. I read Dirty Plot too. Yeah. Okay. Aldi, Whole Foods, Costco, Publix Deli, Kiwi. I think Lars is from Norway. And
Yummy.
that's not a grocery store, but
Transmet too for a little bit.
and my life insurance is not that big, so I don't see that as a motive.
Yeah, for me, it's Costco. I don't think there's any other.
I don't think Costco is a grocery store though.
It's not. You don't think it is?
No, I don't think of it as a grocery store. No, I think of it just like a bulk store.
Well, then, if it's not then it would be Wegmans for me.
Okay, so then it would be Publix for me. If we're not going that way,
Yeah.
Publix hands down. For
I'm
me.
not saying you're not. You can say whatever you want. I'm just saying I didn't think of Costco because I don't think of it as a grocery store.
It's kind of like a warehouse store.
Publix because of the deli alone justifies it being my favorite.
This is a good point. Costco sells cars, so I don't really think I call it a grocery store.
But that's the thing too. That's what I'm saying because you could go there and you can buy like a canopy. You know, you could buy like a whole
Yeah, that's
bedroom
fair.
set.
Yeah, Wegmans is awesome.
Wait, you can buy a car at Costco?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I always see cars parked in front and they're for sale.
Car at Costco?
We going tomorrow to buy a car.
I didn't know that.
You better
I
have
wanna
that
see-
gold card or whatever that gives you cash back on all your purchases for the year.
I'm going to Costco today. Okay, honey. Oh, somebody got a new car. Yeah, we did. What? I thought you just went to Costco. Yes, I did.
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly
Piggly's
Wiggly,
Daisy
wow.
over there.
Anybody here
Yeah.
try Buc-ee's? I keep hearing Buc-ee's is good.
It's in Texas, no?
Bucky's.
But it's,
It's a gas station.
it's like a Wawa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wawa,
Didn't,
great.
I heard
Wawa
that
sandwiches
Piggly
and
Wiggly-
milkshakes.
I heard that Piggly Wiggly is the store that started like the current way that we shop at grocery stores. Because
What
before
Piggly
you used to
Wiggly
go
is?
in, Piggly Wiggly changed it, from my
Oh.
understanding. Because before you used to go into a grocery store and you would just give somebody a list and they would do the shopping for you and ring you up and all that. It was like full service. They're the ones that made it where it's like we're just gonna open it up and you can just go pick all your own fruit and stuff.
I didn't know that.
Fucking A. Supermarket Sweep was such a good show.
Oh, I want to just that all those kinds of shows like that. I just want to. I want to be honest. I could stick my arm in the shelf and just close the line all the way down it.
They fucked up because they would just go for the big stuff right away. You got to go for the small, expensive stuff.
You got to go
first.
for the spices.
Yeah, like saffron.
Yeah.
20
You get a
bottles
thing of
saffron.
spice like that. It'll be like $40, depending on which one it is.
I used to love watching Supermarket Sweep. When I was homesick from school,
Yeah.
I watch.
Wawa's is a great sandwich store that just happens to sell gas.
That's true. They also have a good breakfast bowl.
Yeah. Their food's amazing.
Okay, bring it back around to comics. This is the last one.
Uh-oh. Last
Favorites?
one.
Yeah, I mean, we could revisit this again sometime. This is pretty fun. Greatest of all time comic book event.
Age of Apocalypse.
Edge of Apocalypse. That was quick. Good shit.
I hate events.
So I'm gonna say my bias towards this is because it hit at the right time for me. I recognize its flaws, but man, it was so much fun for me at the time. I'm gonna go with the first Civil War
Okay.
because that just hit for me at the perfect time because I was just really starting to get into comics a lot.
I don't believe in the second Civil War.
It never happened, and Riley never was drunk on screen
That's such a great episode.
ranting about Civil War for about an hour.
I think that's probably the last time he even had a drink.
He almost finished that bottle that night, by the way.
He was swinging the glass around, just ranting about Civil War II. That was so great. Favorite event, best event. The first event I ever read was Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I can't really say I loved it.
I always feel bad when people recommend that to like new readers. I'm like, dude, don't do that.
Yeah,
It's too much.
yeah.
You need a PhD in DC history to understand that book completely.
Yeah, and I only understood it because I was reading it at the time that it came out.
Yeah.
And I had full knowledge of DC.
Love Gilligan's Island.
Are we on shows we're watching when we're sick?
Well, no, Matthew brought it in.
Mine
Lou said
was
that he
the-
watched the shows that he watched and he was sick.
Supermarket Sweep.
Supermarket Sweep, yeah.
Oh, mine was Beat the Clock because I can't even say why Beat the Clock was my favorite.
When I was sick, I used to just watch game shows. Like I just loved watching
Yeah.
game shows back then. They were so cool.
I'll have to tell you afterwards why Beat the Clock was my
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
I always love the what was it? No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
My wife is asking about that right now. Actually, what is it? No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Which one was that?
Press Your Luck.
Was that Press Your Luck?
Press Your Luck.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
It was that in Wheel of Fortune for me. Wheel of Fortune.
Wait a second. I almost have.
I think my kids learned their letters by watching Wheel of Fortune. They loved it for
Really?
whatever reason. They just loved the Wheel of Fortune.
That's awesome.
All right, wait a second. I must have an event that I liked.
Superman Muhammad Ali.
I have that issue.
That's fun. That's a fun one.
I have that issue right over there.
Saying Majumba.
Oh, he got the right answer, I think.
He said Blackest Night.
Oh, that. Oh,
Blackest Night is a top 5.
Dude. And we just reviewed that not too long ago. And me and Jess have been talking behind the scenes about Blackest Night for the last couple of last month or so.
I might actually have to take my answer back. I think it might be Blackest Night.
Yeah.
And the only reason I had it custom bound and it's in the other room. That's why I couldn't see it. Yeah, I agree. Blackest Night.
God damn it. Yeah, that's probably Blackest Night.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you got it. Congratulations.
Twilight Zone. I love
Twilight that's a good show.
I saw that on Hamilton Books, the complete seasons for really cheap. But I was afraid that I would get in trouble if I ordered it.
My wife got me into watching Black Mirror. Holy shit, Black Mirror is great.
If you skip the very first episode, the rest
big
is great.
thing?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That first one is such. They should never have that be the first one because
which one was the first episode again?
The one where the prime minister has.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that was. That wasn't not a good introduction to the idea of that series.
Yeah, the rest of it's so great, but that first one.
Yes, it is. Yeah, yes, it is. And the thing is, I swore off the show because I watched that first episode years ago, and I was like, "The fuck is this shit? I don't want to watch this." And then my wife comes up to me when we first started dating, and she's like, "No, here are a handful of episodes I'm going to tell you to watch. Watch them." She handpicked a few, and I was instantly hooked. I'm like, "Holy shit! This is
was
amazing."
one of them. Was one of them the episode where you record your entire memory?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And she has good taste. Yeah.
I should have her send me that list.
Black Museum. You should see that one tonight.
No, but he needs to watch almost everything else before Black Museum, right? No?
Not really. Because it gives you the history of everything.
So
what was the Jupiter one called? Jupiter?
Which episodes would you suggest you start with?
Just watch it from the beginning.
Yeah, you should just have her text it to me in chat or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're all so good.
So what are we on now? Favorite Netflix shows?
That's it, man. I'm done. That's all I got.
Man, that was awesome.
That was a
That
good
was
time.
fun. We need to
I
bring
love
that.
that.
That was fun.
That was super fun.
Are you gonna eat that fig?
Favorite Batman the Animated Series.
Oh,
episode.
that's a good one. I haven't finished that yet, but what was my favorite?
Does Heart of Ice count?
Yeah.
Or was that a movie? No, that was.
No, that's like the third episode or something like that. It's like one of the early episodes.
Gives a.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. It was the one called Almost Got Him.
Yeah, that's a
Where
great one.
where all the Joker and Penguin and everybody's sitting around
Oh, that's a
the
great
table and they tell
one.
stories about how they almost got Batman.
That was a good one.
And at the end, Catwoman's having a mix up with Batman. And Catwoman is so awesome by Adrienne Barbeau. And then the last thing is she says, as Batman flies away, I almost got him. I love that episode. And that is courtesy of the minister who has helped me watch the animated series.
I think one of the greatest one-shot issues for me is that Tom King, Batman, and Catwoman, where you get to see what their life would be like.
Oh,
They got married and grow old with each other. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's an
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. It's one shot, right? If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. It's a.
It was an annual or something.
It was in it. Yeah, it was in an annual.
Yeah, it's a beautiful issue.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, is this Bane at the table? Or was that Clayface? I can't remember. I had rock. It was a big rock.
Oh no, I threw a rock at him. And everyone was all looking at him like, wait, it was a big rock.
It was a big rock. Yeah, who was that? Was that
That was
Clayface?
Clayface. No,
Clayface.
Killer Croc, excuse me.
Killer Croc? Okay.
I love the dang it.
It was a big rock. Yeah, Adrian Barbeau. Yeah, baby.
The Clayface two-parter. I think it was a two-parter.
Oh yeah.
Those were great.
All
I
those
loved
two-part
Clayface.
episodes
He's
were
such
great.
he's such a good, interesting character that I think they could do better with him.
They could. They absolutely could. I hope James Gunn does something with them.
With who? Clayface?
Clayface.
Yeah.
Make it like a body dysmorphia thing or something, like maybe some like TikTok star that just feels like they're getting too old and gets that cream and that cream becomes Clayface.
I love Clayface in the Harley Quinn show. Those episodes where he's part of it. I mean, he's part of her gang. They're so great.
I'm starting to watch that too.
Oh God, I love that show. I better buy that on DVD before that gets censored. Ooh, Heart of Ice, yeah.
We'll get a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure too while you're at it.
Ooh, I love that. What is that going to get censored?
Yeah, I don't know if it is, but there's a part I could tell you about later.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Love that movie. That was like one of the first movies as a kid where I kind of memorized most of the lines.
This is why I still love South Park. They're somehow still really sharp. They somehow can still come up with creative stuff, and they still don't give a fuck. Same thing with It's Always Sunny. They just don't care. They're like, all right, yeah, be offended. We don't care.
Man Who Killed Batman. That was a great one. That was one I was thinking of too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about some of the early episodes of It's Always Sunny. They pushed it, man.
What was that one? I thought you mentioned it, Jess. Where the guy Joker cuts him off on the freeway, so he like yells at the Joker, and the Joker road rages him off the road and like takes his ID and says, "One day I'm going to need a favor from you."
This is Batman the Animated Series?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember that one. Oh, one day I'm going to need a favor from you. What was the favor he ended up getting?
I think he just asked him to push a button.
I do kind of remember that.
And then the button, Joker's favor. That's okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
Gabriel's saying Joker's favor.
Wait.
Yeah, like the guy. So Joker basically kidnaps him and takes his ID and everything, and just says, "Hey, one day I'm going to find you. I'm going to need something from you." So he goes into protection and changes his identity and completely moves his family somewhere else. And of course, the Joker finds him. But it was a really good episode.
Joker's favorite.
Mad Love's a great one too. That probably might be one of the better ones.
I gotta get out of here, guys.
Cool. I
All
think I'm
right.
ready to go too.
Let's talk about quickly our wonderful InStockTrades.com sponsor, where you can get your collected editions 38, 45, almost 65% in the sales section. Don't forget
get Manhattan Projects while you're there.
Yeah, get Manhattan Projects at IST. Don't forget your 2% loyalty discount at the end of the month. We give every month at the last Monday show. We always give away a free gift card worth $50 or more. I'm sorry, worth $50 credit to InStockTrades.com, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. If you order $50 or more worth of books at InStockTrades.com, you get free shipping in the United States, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. This was a fun episode. We went from all kinds of censorship issues into super fun stuff.
Glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way.
Batman Beyond.
I still have to get to that. I have the DVD set.
You really should, Jess.
I know.
Well, me and Lou were talking about doing a watch through, but I haven't gotten around to it. I'll blame myself.
For Batman Beyond?
Yeah, so let's all do it together.
I got to finish the animated series. and I really need to do that. Really, really need to do that.
Just forget it. Wherever you're at, you're fine. There's no finite ending or anything. You're not missing out. Do it with us, Jess.
I could be talked into that.
Do it. Batman Beyond. If you close your eyes, it's still like Batman Beyond. Or still like Batman the Animated Series.
I like the Batman stuff you did, Gabriel.
Yeah, I love the fact that Batman Beyond came out because, yeah, we need a new Batman, something younger for the kids, a little bit more lighthearted. And they go, okay, yeah, we got something for it. And Batman Beyond gets dark with certain things that they
that Return of the Joker movie is fantastic.
Yeah, it's still one of the best.
I still haven't even seen the Harley Quinn Valentine's Day special. Now it's St. Patrick's Day almost.
You remember that photo I sent you the other day, Jess?
Whoa.
What it said?
Whoa.
Wait a sec. You don't send me that much, so I should be able to find it pretty quick. The anime one?
Yeah. True.
It is true. I faced more peer pressure in my life to start animes than to do drugs. That was a Twitter, a tweet, and that's totally true.
Yeah.
Especially when Gio's on the show.
Oh yeah, James Abel knows what's up. Those Justice League Unlimited episodes for Batman Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wraps that all up.
Oh, look at all these things that I need to see.
Was that Apocalypse versus Superman fight in Justice League, or was that in his own show? Where Superman just flat out says it's part of the animated stuff. He flat out says, I walk around this planet because I'm afraid to break things. Everything around me is like tissue paper. But he ends up fighting Apocalypse, and he's like, but you can take it. And he just goes fucking ham on the guy's face.
I think it's one of those animated movies that
Was
were based off like the Jeff Loeb.
Dude,
Jeff Loeb
it
stuff.
is awesome when he finally goes off against Apocalypse.
Yeah, where Apocalypse shows up at the farm and just knocks him through it.
Wait,
Yeah.
Apocalypse is the
Darkseid, excuse me.
Darkseid.
Darkseid. My mistake, Darkseid.
Okay.
Mixed up. Darkseid.
Yeah, Marcelo's right here too. Peer pressured to read manga. Wasn't that in the Supergirl movie?
I don't remember.
Fortunately, I have a lot of these things on DVD because they're getting taken off of HBO Max.
Yeah.
Supergirl. I'll have to look into that. I don't think I own that one. If that movie has, I think JLA. Which one is it? I want to see Superman crush Darkseid.
I can send you the link later.
Okay.
All right.
Once we finish, I'll tell you why I liked Beat the Clock.
All right.
Well, peace and love, peace and love. Where can they find you, Comics Guide?
You guys can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where there is an archive of old videos.
You guys, you could find me on Instagram, Gabe Loves 90s Comics, and Gabe Loves 90s Comics on YouTube.
And you find me OmniDog on OmniDog's Vault on YouTube and OmniDog_Vault on Instagram. This was a great show. Lots of fun interaction with the chat, which was awesome. Everybody had tons of fun. We had tons of fun. So this is how it should go. Peace and love. Peace and love. We love you all. Thank you for watching us tonight. Peace and love. And for skipping very fine condition. Thank you. That's the best. Peace and love. Peace and love. Okay.